Welcome back everyone. Today we continue with the next part of this series called, What If Goku Was the New King of Everything? Let's aim for 350 likes on this one. Also, don't forget to leave a comment letting me know if you've enjoyed the series so far. With that, let's begin. The scene switches to a barren planet, where Beerus and Whis have just finished their latest mission. Very well, Whis, let's return. I'm starving, Beerus declares, his stomach growling after the destruction. As you command, Lord Beerus, Whis responds, and they both leave the desolate site. On their journey back, Whis breaks the silence. Lord Beerus, it's odd that you haven't slept much, considering you plan to sleep for 39 years. Could it be because of the King of Everything, Goku-sama? Whis inquires, his voice carrying a hint of curiosity. Beerus sighs. Of course, it's because of him. We still don't know what he's capable of. Whis, ever the calm observer, replies, I see, but you needn't worry if he hasn't done anything outrageous after all. Beerus nods. Ah, that's true. With a playful smirk, Whis adds, then again, you did order the destruction of all the Sens. Who knows what the King of Everything might do to you once he finds out. Beerus pales at the reminder, a cold breaking out on his forehead. Don't you dare open your mouth, Whis, he warns, a tinge of fear in his voice. Whis chuckles softly. Don't worry, Lord Beerus, I wouldn't do anything that might endanger your life. They arrive back at Beerus's planet, and Whis announces, very well, Lord Beerus, we have arrived. But before they can settle, Daishinkan appears out of nowhere, followed by Goku's bodyguards. Oh wow, if it isn't, Whis starts, astonished by his father's sudden appearance. Daishinkan, Beerus stammers, visibly nervous. Knowing the Grand Priest's visit could only mean serious business, Beerus kneels and greets him. Daishinkan-sama, it is an honor to have you in my universe. Whis, maintaining his usual calm demeanor, says, it's nice to see you again, father. Daishinkan smiles slightly. I am also glad to see you again. Whis gets straight to the point. And what brings you here? Daishinkan steps aside to reveal Goku's bodyguards and announces, I have come along with the King of Everything, Goku-sama, who has personally come to see your work as gods and also wanted to meet you. Goku steps forward, his presence commanding immediate attention. His silver eyes, glowing with a mysterious light, take everyone by surprise. Beerus, unable to hide his anxiety, mutters under his breath, is that him? He recognizes the Saiyan by his tail but is taken aback by the radical transformation. Nervous sweat trickles down his face as he prepares to face Goku-sama, the new King of Everything. This can't be happening. Him here. This must be a joke. I can't believe what I'm doing. I, a god of destruction, kneeling before a Sen. This must be a joke. The Hakushin thinks to himself, trying to maintain his composure. Whis steps forward, bowing respectfully to Goku. It is an honor to meet you, my lord. My name is Whis. He introduces himself with a calm grace. Beerus, still sweating profusely, follows suit. It's a pleasure to meet you, my lord. My name is Beerus, and I am the god of destruction of this universe, he stammers, his voice trembling. Goku, with a kind smile but a cold, piercing gaze, replies, it's a pleasure to meet you. Taking a deep breath, Goku continues, the reason I've come is, I've been evaluating your performance as a god and I must say it's not very good. Your universe's mortality level is very low, he states, his tone serious. Whis seizes the moment, speaking up. Goku-sama, do you have a moment to listen? Lord Beerus spends more time sleeping and eating than destroying planets, he says, his words causing Beerus to feel even more nervous. The Hakushin begins sweating even more, fearing what Goku might decide. Goku's eyes narrow slightly. I see. I just asked to see an improvement in this universe. I don't want to see what will happen if this continues, he warns, his words hanging heavily in the air. Beerus, his voice barely steady, replies, it shall be so, Goku-sama. Your commands will be executed. Do not worry, Goku-sama. It shall be so. Whis echoes, trying to reassure the Saiyan god. Goku shifts the conversation. Very well. And changing the subject, is it true that the planet of the Saiyans was destroyed in this universe? He asks, his gaze shifting to Beerus, increasing the pressure on the already nervous god of destruction. Whis responds, well, I regret to inform you that it is true. It was destroyed along with all its inhabitants, but apparently 3 of them survived the explosion and are currently working for someone named Frieza on a planet, he explains, observing everything through his staff. Goku's interest peaks. Oh, I see. And are they strong? He asks. Whis shakes his head. No, their power is like that of most mortals. It's very low, he informs Goku. Goku sighs. What a pity. Maybe one day I'll have the pleasure of meeting them, he muses. Do you plan to go? The Grand Priest asks Goku. Goku nods. Well, I actually do, but I think it will be at another time, he replies. Goku's expression hardens as he directs his next words to Beerus. I just want you to eliminate that Frieza next time you see him and make him pay for what he did. Beerus nods vigorously. Understood, Goku-sama, he says, acknowledging the order. Daishinkan speaks up, signaling their departure. Well, it's time for us to leave. Thank you for your visit. You may come whenever you like, Whis and Beerus say in unison, bowing deeply to the Saiyan. As Daishinkan approaches Goku to be transported to the next universe, he says, we will meet again. Goku gives a final wave. See you, he says before disappearing from the place along with Daishinkan and his bodyguards. Seconds after they disappeared from the place, leaving the gods of U7 alone on their planet. Woo! That was close, exclaims Beerus, wiping the sweat from his forehead. Hey, Whis, why did you say that? Beerus complains to his angel. Jojo, you still get upset even after I saved your life. Imagine what the great King Goku-sama would have done if he had found out that you ordered the destruction of his home planet. Whis retorts with a playful smile, making Beerus even more nervous. Whatever, Beerus grumbles, crossing his arms. The scene switches to an unknown place in Universe 8. In the space where a planet had been destroyed seconds before, two figures float in the void. That's it for today, declares the Hakaishin, observing the emptiness where the planet once was. This Hakaishin, an anthropomorphic fox with amber fur and a white chest, slender and of medium height, is Liquir, the god of destruction of Universe 8. He wears a crimson-red outfit with golden ornaments, and his sash is purple. His three tails flick with a sense of accomplishment. It's time to go, Liquir says to his angel, who nods before they vanish from the scene. It seems today ended quicker than usual. Usually, you destroy 5 planets a day. Why only half today? The angel asks. Liquir sighs. I just want to rest sometimes. This job of being a destroyer god is very tiring. The angel, Korn, has a tall medium build, with violet eyes, a small nose, slightly stretched ears, and short hair. He wears a brown outfit with a dark green sash, fitting his role as Liquir's assistant and mentor. Don't tell me you're considering retiring as a god, Korn probes. No, of course not. It's not even a joke. Besides, there is no one in this universe who could replace me, Liquir responds confidently. You are right about that, Liquir-sama, Korn agrees as they land on their planet. Suddenly, a portal opens, and several figures emerge, surprising the gods of Universe 8. But it is, Liquir mutters, recognizing the Grand Priest emerging from the portal. The gods of Universe 8 quickly move to greet him respectfully. Liquir kneels before the father of all angels, while Korn bows deeply. It's a pleasure to have you in Universe 8, Daishinkan-sama, says Liquir, his voice tinged with nervousness. It's nice to see you again, Korn adds in the neutral tone characteristic of angels. I am glad to see you again, Daishinkan replies kindly, his presence exuding authority and calm. Then Goku appeared, stepping out of the portal with his bodyguards flanking him. The onlookers gasped in surprise at the sight of the Saiyan, though his appearance had changed so much that they didn't recognize him at first. I have come along with the king of everything, Goku-sama, who personally came to check on your performance as gods and also wanted to meet you, announced Daishinkan, as Goku approached the attendees. As Goku drew nearer, everyone could feel a warm, calming aura emanating from him. What caught their attention the most were his silver eyes, shining brightly yet cold. Liquir, the god of destruction, felt a shiver of fear, recognizing Goku as the young boy destined to rule the 12 universes. It's a pleasure to meet you, my lord. My name is Liquir, and I am the god of destruction of this universe, said the Hakaishin, kneeling before the Saiyan. It's a pleasure to meet you, Goku-sama. My name is Korn, and I am the angel of this universe, said the angel, bowing respectfully to the Saiyan. It's a pleasure to meet you, Goku replied with a happy tone before his face turned serious. I have come to check your work as gods, and I must say that I congratulate you. This universe is one of the few with an acceptable mortality level, said Goku, surveying those present. Hearing Goku's words, Liquir beamed with pride. Thank you, sir. It's an honor to be at your service, he said with a wide smile. Just one last thing, Goku continued, his voice firm. I don't want the mortality level of this universe to decrease. I want it to stay at a good level. It shall be so, Goku-sama, replied both the angel and the Hakaishin in unison. Very well, if that is all, we shall take our leave, Daishinkan said, moving towards Goku. Thank you for coming, said the angel and the Hakaishin together. See you, Goku said, as he and his entourage vanished from the place. Phew, Liquir sighed in relief as he stood up. That was unexpected, Korn remarked, glancing at the sky where Goku had disappeared. Somewhere in space in an unknown place, 2 individuals floated above a chaotic planet. This planet is a total mess, exclaimed the Hakaishin, observing the scene through his companion's staff. The first individual was a short, obese man with green skin, partially bald, sporting an orange beard and mustache and slicked back hair, dressed in predominantly purple attire as the god of destruction, with a white shirt and golden wrist rings. He was Sidra, the god of destruction of Universe 9. Extending his hand forward, Sidra shouted, "Hakai!" The planet and its inhabitants vanished without a trace. This planet no longer exists. Let's move on and then visit Supreme Kaiosama, Sidra said to his angel. Mojito nodded and replied, "As you command, Sidra-sama." As they disappeared from the place, the second individual had a tall, thin frame with sky blue skin and violet, almond-shaped eyes. His large chin gave him a distinctive look, and his attire as a servant of the god of destruction was blue with a wine-colored sash. Around his neck was the characteristic halo of the angels, and he carried an orange staff similar to those of all angels. His name was Mojito, and he was the angel and master assistant to the god of destruction of Universe 9. Upon arriving at the next planet, they were taken aback by the sudden appearance of the Grand Priest, Daishinkan. Sidra felt a wave of nervousness wash over him, remembering Daishinkan's warning about the need to increase the mortality level. He feared the Grand Priest might be there for that or something worse. Daishinkan-sama, Sidra stammered nervously upon seeing him. "It's a pleasure to see you again," Mojito said, bowing to his father. "It's a pleasure to see you again, Grand Priest," Sidra added, kneeling before Daishinkan. "I am glad to see you again. It has been a long time," Daishinkan replied as he descended to the ground. Then, behind Daishinkan, Goku appeared along with his bodyguards, doing the same. The attendees were astonished to see the Saiyan, and recognizing the bodyguards who always accompanied Zeno-sama, they had a suspicion of who Goku might be. "And tell me, what brings you to Universe 9? Asked Sidra, trying to mask his anxiety. "I have come along with the king of everything, Goku-sama. He came to see your performance as gods, and also wanted to meet you," Daishinkan responded as Goku stepped forward, prompting Sidra to kneel before the Saiyan. "It's a pleasure to meet you, my lord. My name is Sidra, and I am the god of destruction of this universe," Sidra said nervously, unsure of what the silver-haired Saiyan was capable of. "It's a pleasure to meet you, sir. My name is Mojito, and I am the angel of this universe," said Mojito, bowing respectfully. "It's a pleasure to meet you both," Goku said with a smile, then stunned Sidra by continuing, "I've seen the level of this universe, and it's not suitable. A universe of your level is very low." Sidra felt a chill of fear, knowing where this conversation was heading. I'm very sorry, Goku-sama. I'm working on that," he said, sweating profusely. "I just want to see an increase in the mortal level. It would be a pity if something unfortunate were to happen to this universe," Goku said, his tone both calm and threatening. "It shall be as you command, Goku-sama," Sidra replied nervously, understanding that if he didn't improve the mortal level, he could be eliminated by Goku, or even by his brother, Zeno-sama. "Well, we will take our leave," said Daishinkan as he approached the silver-haired Saiyan. "See you later," Goku said with a big smile, waving goodbye to the gods of Universe 9. "Thank you for your visit. It was a pleasure to meet you," said the angel and the Hakaishin in unison. With a final nod, Goku and his entourage disappeared from the place. "All right, you heard the king of everything. Let's go to the Supreme Kai," Sidra told his angel. Mojito nodded. "As you command, Sidra-sama," he said, and they both vanished from the spot. On the supreme planet of Universe 10, inside a grand palace, a figure sat waiting patiently for his apprentice. The figure had yellowish-green skin, wore a pair of green Patara earrings, and was clad in the traditional robe of the Kaioshin. His skin was wrinkled, his white hair combed to the side, giving him a wise and ancient appearance. This was Gowasu, the supreme Kaioshima of Universe 10. "Why is he taking so long?" wondered Gowasu aloud. Just then, the palace door began to open, and a person emerged. This individual had light green skin with whitish hair, wearing the traditional robes of the Kaioshin of the sacred planet. His attire was distinct with a black torso, a purple undershirt with yellowish edges circling the entire upper part of the robe, and a sky blue cloth sash at the waist. He also wore white boots and a pair of non-magical orange Patara earrings, indicating his status as an apprentice. His name was Zamasu, the former North Kai, now an apprentice to the Supreme Kaiosama. "Your Excellency, forgive my delay," Zamasu said as he approached his master, pushing a cart carrying tea. "Here you go, I hope you like it," pouring tea for Gowasu. "You know, it has a sweet aroma that is pleasant to my senses." "I'll have a bit," Gowasu exclaimed as he took a sip. "Tea prepared by a pure heart is clear and delicious," he complimented Zamasu on the tea. "Thank you very much," Zamasu said with a smile, appreciating the praise. At that moment, two individuals appeared on the planet. The first one was a short pink elephant with a body that did not match his head. He wore the outfit of the god of destruction in orange colors, with a purple sash and golden ornaments. His eyes were blue. His name was Ramush, and he was the god of destruction of Universe 10. The next person's appearance was quite distinct. She was short and slender, with sky blue skin and violet eyes. Her hair was styled in a ponytail, elegantly swept to one side. She wore the attire of a servant of the god of destruction in lilac, accented with a pink sash, and carried a fuchsia-colored staff. Her name was Kus, the angel, assistant, and mentor to the god of destruction. The sight of Ramush and Kus on their planet surprised everyone present. "Ah, if it isn't Ramush-sama," Gowasu said, surprised to see the god of destruction of his universe. "So, is this how you plan to increase the mortal level? By drinking tea, Gowasu?" Ramush asked as he approached. "I'm sorry, Ramush-sama, but I have my reasons," Gowasu replied, trying to remain calm. "You always say the same, Gowasu," Ramush retorted, then noticed Zamasu observing the interaction. "So you are Zamasu?" Ramush asked, looking at the apprentice. "Yes, sir, a pleasure to meet you," Zamasu replied, bowing respectfully. "Well, I hope you do a better job than the foolish Gowasu," Ramush exclaimed. "Don't say that," Gowasu chided gently, while Kus watched with a big smile. At that moment, Daishinkan appeared from the sky, accompanied by Goku's bodyguards, surprising everyone. They rushed to greet him. "Daishinkan-sama!" exclaimed Ramush and Gowasu, astonished to see him on their planet. "It is an honor to have you in Universe 10, said Ramush, kneeling before him. "It's a pleasure to see you again," said Kus, making a respectful bow to her father. "What brings you here?" Gowasu asked, kneeling before Daishinkan, with Zamasu doing the same but remaining silent. "It's a pleasure to see you all gathered here again," Daishinkan said, looking at those present but focusing on one individual in particular. "Gowasu-sama, can you tell me who is the person beside you?" the Grand Priest asked. "My lord, this is Zamasu. He is my apprentice. When I pass on, he will be the one to replace me," Gowasu explained. "I understand. I hope you do a good job," Daishinkan said to Zamasu. "Thank you, sir. I will do my best," Zamasu replied, his voice steady yet respectful. That's it for this episode, guys. If you've watched to the end, then that may be an indication that you enjoy the episode, so please drop a like so the video could reach more people. See you in the next episode. Take care.